You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. The Pennsylvania Turnpike lost millions of dollars in uncollected tolls after converting to an all-electronic tolling system last year. A report released in July revealed that over $104 million were uncollected under the toll-by-plate camera system. Around 1.8 million license plates couldn't be identified, over 1 million bills were marked as undeliverable, and another 6.7 million transactions were declared as unpaid. The E-ZPass system, however, helped the Turnpike collect around 93% of tolls on motorists who use the pass. The Turnpike Commission's currently looking into the problems and say they'll leave no stone unturned. Uncollected fees are written off by the Turnpike after 3 years. A drumsman was arraigned for the alleged sexual assault of an underage girl for nearly 3 years, 2 decades ago. The victim claimed that 69-year-old Stuart William Marchetti began sexually assaulting her in January of 1999 when she was just 9 years old, until December of 2002 when she turned 12. She reported that Marchetti was a family friend who'd let her use his pool. Marchetti faces both aggravated indecent assault and indecent assault of a person less than 13 years of age and corruption of minors. He was lodged at Luzerne County Prison until a September 23rd preliminary hearing after failing to post $50,000 bail. Detectives have reason to believe that more of his victims have yet to come forward, so they or anyone with information is being asked to call the DA's office at 570-825-1674. Hazelton Treatment Services on Broad Street cut their ribbon yesterday, and our Philip Kaufman has the story.
Here on West Broad Street, the Pinnacle Treatment Center Network opened their new Hazelton Treatment Services Center.
This project has been about 3 years or so in the making. COVID really slowed things down, but one of the positives of that was that it gave me the opportunity in working with this project to really get to know the greater Hazelton area. I've gotten to know a lot of people, and this has kind of become like a second home for me.
Pinnacle Treatment Centers is committed to providing safe medication-assisted treatment and counseling for drug addiction to help patients and their families reclaim their lives and future.
Pinnacle Treatment Centers is a nationwide organization that provides drug and alcohol treatment. We provide treatment at all levels of care in the treatment spectrum, from residential, sober living, partial hospitalization, intensive outpatient, and medication-assisted treatment. And this facility will be providing outpatient and medication-assisted treatment. We have a call center that they can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That is always manned, and they can call that number, and they will put them in touch with the closest facility, and schedule them for admission. They will, they come in and they will meet directly with our staff to do an assessment and make sure they're appropriate for treatment, and then go from that point forward.
In this local area, the need for a center such as the Hazelton Treatment Services is extremely important and beneficial.
One of the things that I discovered in the last couple of years of preparing this project was everyone that I talked to, I've met people in fire and EMS and educators and local businessmen and so on and so forth. And when I told everybody what we were doing, they all said, there's a real need for a facility like that here. You guys will do very well. Because there is a huge need. No negativity, very positive support, and that's really been refreshing, and we're super excited to be here.
Reporting from the Hazelton Treatment Services on West Broad Street with WYLN News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Thank you, Phil. Changes to the NASCAR schedule will be affecting races at the Tricky Triangle. NASCAR announced that it'll kick off its 2022 season at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, meaning that the top circuit will only make one appearance at the Pocono Raceway in Long Pond next year, which is scheduled for July 24th. Though officials at Pocono Raceway are disappointed, they plan to continue providing the best family-friendly experience and value to race fans in Pennsylvania. Workers at Trinity Lutheran Church in Hazelton have been hard at work prepping for their annual Peaches and Ice Cream Social. Wyln's Julie Stefanovich has all the yummy details.
Hazelton Trinity Lutheran Church will be hosting their annual Peaches and Ice Cream Social this Friday, September 17th, at their location on 100 North Church Street from 4 until 6:30 p.m. Because of COVID, the event will be takeout only.
We are going to have local homegrown peaches and Libby's vanilla ice cream, homemade ham and bean soup, beef barbecue, pulled pork, hot dogs, and chili dogs. So it's a takeout only, and we invite the community to come and share in our Peach Social.
Tickets will be available at the door for Friday's event.
Will be available by individual platters or the bean soup, pork barbecue, and the beef barbecue is available by the quart.
The church will be following CDC guidelines, so masks are required.
We only ask that one person from each family come in, so that it's not crowded and it's very safe.
Trinity Lutheran has been going above and beyond to host fundraisers throughout the pandemic, with the Peaches and Ice Cream Social being one of their biggest.
We sponsor a lot of different organizations here, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the AA, and other groups. We provide rooms for their meetings. So it's a big church and a lot of expenses, so we have to work to keep the church going.
So come on out for one last taste of summer at Trinity Lutheran's Peaches and Ice Cream Social. Once again, it takes place this Friday from 4 until 6:30 p.m. You can give Betty Lou a call at 570-788-1333 to place your order. In Hazelton for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. The 166th Annual Bloomsburg Fair is just 9 days away now, and we've got a sneak peek of what's to come straight from the source itself.
If you go to the website, bloomsburgfair.com, you can order online, or we have box office ticket hours for local people. Right now, they're Thursday and Friday, but we're going to expand those hours here in the next week or two. Yeah, so we have a good mix this year of music, entertainment, and some motorsports. First Friday night, free day. We have John Party here. The first Saturday night, we have truck and tractor pulls. Sunday night, Brett Young. Monday night, Darcy Lynn for the kids. Tuesday night, Crowder, good Christian rock band, and we have a local talent coming with them also. Wednesday night, we have Pat Benatar. Thursday night, we go back to some motorsports. We have the Demo Derby. Friday night, the Big Show, Chicago for the Rockers. And then Saturday, we're going to have some sprint racing during the day and then a monster truck show that evening. So it's a great mix of music and noise.
Yeah, lots of noise, but good noise.
That's right. It's all good noise. That's right. From the motorsports up through, they range anywhere from $10 to $55. Most of your concerts are in the $30 to $52 range. So yeah, come on out. We got a good lineup of entertainment, rock and country, and again, motorsports. So come on out and see us.
Tickets for concerts and racing events at the Grandstand presented by Weiss Markets are on sale now at the Bloomsburg Fair box office, Thursdays and Fridays from noon to 5 p.m. by calling 570-387-4145. You can also visit bloomsburgfair.com to order online. Shows will go on, rain or shine, so no refunds, no returns, and no exchanges unless otherwise noted for the 166th Annual Bloomsburg Fair. And after partnering with the Bloomsburg Fair, Wyln's got some free tickets for our audience to call in for over the next 3 days. Tonight, we've got a 3-pack of tickets to see John Party on Friday, September 24th. Plus, each ticket comes with a free gate admission as well. So call us here at 570-459-1869 extension 1172 and leave your name, number, and the concert you're calling for. Coming up on Wyln News, Sports Talk tonight, plus local high school athletes and their recent highlights. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old, and it's gonna rain out. Bye.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazelton Mazda, getting ready for the big sales event. Blaze has challenged us to sell another 20 new Mazdas before the month ends, and that will happen. That means you win. That means more for your trade. Come get the most reliable car in America. If you're looking for inventory, we've got it. Check out this huge selection of inventory. Whether you want the brand new Mazda CX-5, the brand new 2021 Mazda CX-30, we've got a whole bunch of cars here. Come to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazelton, and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
Tonight, local sports fans, we've got episode 4 of Sports Talk coming your way. Tune in tonight at 7 for host Marty Burns' Game of the Week discussions with Hazelton area head coach Dennis Bookman. Tonight's episode features lineman Raymond Abreu and a sneak peek of what's to come Friday night when the Cougars are back at Harmon Geist to face the Pittston Patriots. You can catch the replays Thursday night at 6 and 8, Friday at 1:30 and 6, and both Saturday and Sunday at 12:30. So check back tonight at 7 for another episode of Sports Talk, right here on WYLN TV. And although the school board's decision against our contract won't let us be there at Harmon Geist this year, our WYLN sports crew is gearing up regardless to bring you game number 4 of the 2021 high school football season. We kick off with some live Comets Wildcats action this Friday, September 17th, as we travel to Mountaintop for the Crestwood Western Wayne matchup. Tune in for your Friday night fill of Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and our WYLN sports crew, bringing you the event, not just the highlights. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. No plans Friday night? No problem. Got some? Well, cancel them. Instead, tune in for your weekly dose of Friday night football and all the live local action right here on WYLN TV. WYLN's all-time OT hero, Marty Burns, has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. So, let's talk sports.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by Blaze Alexander, Family Dealership Hazelton. What I'm going to like to do in the next couple of weeks is shine the light on some of these student athletes that are excelling on the sporting fields and some of the other sports that we don't always talk about. We start with Crestwood field hockey. Emma George had a hat trick against Abington Heights recently. Hazelton area boys soccer, they were down 2-0 to Holy Redeemer. They came back for a 3-2 overtime win. Angelo Paniagua had the game winner for the Cougars. Go to Crestwood girls soccer, and they had a victory over Nanacoke where Jess Niznik and Kayla Kresge had 2 goals apiece. Go to boys golf, and we start with Hazelton area in a victory over Pittston area. Jonathan Joseph scored a 40. Connor Mateo had a 41. Jacob Palermo a 43, and Gabe Fatula a 45. I think we're going to hear from these guys in a little bit as this segment continues. Crestwood cross country, and both boys and girls. We'll start with the boys. They had a sweep of Hazelton area and MMI recently. Weston Medvitz finished first, Nash Green second, Jack Scanlon third to help propel the Crestwood cross country team. And then the girls, they also finished first, second, and third in their sweep of Hazelton area and MMI. Molly DeMarzo was first, followed by Ella Novelli and Maggie Kozic. And then we go to Crestwood girls volleyball, an exciting 3-2 victory over Pittston area. Kara Collins had 20 kills. Jane Hooper had 18 kills. And what a night for Mel Golden, 45 assists in helping the Crestwood girls volleyball team to a victory. We talked about the Hazelton area golf team. They remained undefeated Friday when they defeated Dallas in a very close match. Jonathan Joseph scored a 37, Palermo had a 40, and Mateo had a 41. We stay with Hazelton area, but this time we go to girls volleyball where they swept Wilkes-Barre area 3-0. Sophia Neiman had 18 assists and 18 service points. And then on Saturday, we focus on Hazelton area boys soccer. They came away with a nice victory at Harmon Guy Stadium, 3-1 over Wilkes-Barre area. Gavin Huey had 2 goals and an assist to lead the Cougars. And finally, the Crestwood field hockey team, winners of 4 in a row. They had a 4-2 victory over Lewisburg. Aubrey Macri and Gabby Ambosi each had 2 goals apiece to lead the Lady Comets and get the field hockey team their 4th straight victory. So we're going to try to do this on a weekly basis, focus on some of these student athletes that are excelling. And we go to our top star, Julia at the news desk.
Thanks, Marty. Coming up on Humboldt's News Choice, we meet Dr. Tom Mead at Coordinated Health on this Wellness Wednesday in Community and You. Plus, Leading the Way, Part 4. Stay with us.
The Cernak Family Farm is located on the Quakeake Road in Weatherly and is open daily from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. The Cernak family celebrated 100 years in farming this year. They are proud to continue serving the community. At their farm market, you will find fresh picked vegetables and fruits, cabbage, corn, peppers, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, apples, peaches, and all of your fall favorites, like pumpkins, mums, flowers, Indian corn, and gourds. So stop by the Cernak Family Farm and don't forget to say hi to Charlie while you're there. Fresh from the Farm brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network. In life, we have many kinds of partners. Shouldn't you have a partner when it comes to your health? Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
2020, it was certainly challenging, but now there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is certainly bright. Enjoy our world-renowned water parks, classic resorts, breathtaking views, fabulous food. 2021 has arrived. We are back better than ever. Let's enjoy it. Find your enjoyment waiting at PoconoMountains.com.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday here on WYLN. We are joined by Dr. Mead. We're going to be talking today, just introducing Dr. Mead back to everyone in the community. Dr. Mead's been a big part of the community, and we're going to also be continuing with another segment later on that you'll see. We're going to be addressing some of the work that Dr. Mead's been up to. But first, we want to introduce Dr. Mead back to everyone who's watching us here on Wellness Wednesday. So, Dr. Mead, please, let's start off. Just tell us about your background and everything that you work with here at Coordinated Health.
So great, I love that question because here we are in Hazelton. This is really the geographic center of my life, if you look at it. I actually lived in Mountaintop until I was 4 years old, and then I moved to the Wyoming Valley. I grew up in Pittston, and then I went out west to Penn State, and then I circled around and I did my residency at Jefferson in Philadelphia, and then I came back to Allentown and did my internship, and I opened my career. Since then, I've kind of migrated right up this corridor, and we've opened up orthopedic practices in Lehighton, hometown, Hazelton, and Pittston. So this is a great center of my professional life. And really, I've been doing orthopedics for 31 years now. I did a sports medicine fellowship, and the whole field of orthopedics has evolved as I have. In the beginning, I did level 1 trauma at Lehigh Valley. I did sports medicine. We covered high schools and colleges and pro athletes and the parkettes and the velodrome. And about 15 years ago, I kind of honed down to what I liked the most, which is knee problems and knee surgery. So I've been focusing on a whole practice of knee problems from 13-year-olds to 99-year-olds for the past 15 years. So in a nutshell, that's basically what I do professionally now.
And that work that you're doing, tell us about kind of the day-to-day process for you up here.
So about half of my life is spent in the office seeing patients, and then half of it is in the OR. And this is a wonderful facility here at Humboldt Park. It's right off of the interstate. It's accessible to really people from New York, New Jersey, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, the Pocono. It's a great location. And, you know, we do all the office procedures here that we need to treat knee patients. We do histories and physical exams. We offer injections to help all sorts of knee problems. If you have a trauma, we can actually aspirate blood from the knee. We can inject it with a variety of injections to help people. But our first goal is to do the minimally invasive procedures, keep people out of the operating room, improve their quality of life with all the modalities that we have. But of course, many of them ultimately do need surgery, from anything from minor outpatient arthroscopic surgeries to total knee replacements and revisions.
And I guess for those who are watching and considering, you know, coming to you for whether it's for counsel or just advice, your passion for this work, what kind of brought you to this passion to work in orthopedic sports medicine, everything involved around it?
So, you know, it's interesting. I was at, I went to Penn State to dive for Penn State, which I did until I was injured and dislocated my shoulder, which actually stopped my collegiate diving career. But at the time, you know, I was interested in medicine, but wasn't sure on what I was going to do. I was interested in primary care, family practice, but I ended up having surgery on my shoulder, and I absolutely fell in love with orthopedics at that time. And I saw my orthopedic surgeon was treating athletes as I was at that time. He put my shoulder back together, and I, you know, continued to dive and swim for really up until present time. So that was sort of my initial entree into orthopedics and sports medicine. But once you got into it, there's so much more in orthopedics, and just treating patients is good enough, but to be inquisitive and ask questions, how can we advance the field? And over the years, it's really stimulated my intellectual curiosity and my sort of technical skills, and published many papers, published 2 books in orthopedics. We've developed patents, instruments, plates, and screws. So all of those things are exciting if we could contribute and advance the field of orthopedics. That's sort of what drives me.
All right. Well, I'm really excited to get on our next talk. Folks, you got to join us around for the next segment of Wellness Wednesday, where we're going to be talking further with Dr. Mead. Dr. Mead, thank you so much for talking to us this time. And folks, thank you for staying with us and watching a Wellness Wednesday here on WYLN.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazelton, has the healthcare you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazelton. Everything to make your house a home.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Fire Chief Donald Lechko is leading the way again into part 3 of this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's Leading the Way with Hazelton City Fire Chief Donald Lechko. So, for those who may not know or may not understand what the role of a fire chief is, I think sometimes everybody hears these kind of roles and they just think, oh, well, they run the place, you know, and it's kind of, that's a very simplistic way of putting it. So could you explain a little bit more in detail what a fire chief does?
What I mean is that I'm the chief of the department, so basically I'm in charge of, all the personnel. Hazelton's unique because we're a combination department, so we have 21 sworn personnel that are hired or full-time firefighters, and then we also have 5 companies that have volunteer firefighters. So it's a mixed combination. We're called the combination department because we have volunteers and career staff. So that's a big juggling act sometimes. But you need to not only you juggle between the volunteer and the career, but you're also juggling with City Hall. And I say it that way: is dealing with the mayor. You work very closely with the mayor. Your department head, you're appointed by the mayor. You work very closely with council, with city administrator, with other departments. So, as a fire chief, basically everything comes down, in a department ran by me. Budgets, apparatus repairs, equipment repairs, overall operations of the department, between myself and then, I work with my 2 deputies, and then we go down to our firefighters, our volunteers, and plus there's company chiefs in the volunteer roles. So you gotta mesh all that together, and you gotta work together as a team. And I found, when we work as a team, we get a lot done. Basically, working together, but at the end of the day, it all comes down on me. And I try to work through that. You try to do your best job you can. You put your first foot, forward, and make the best you can. But again, it's just everyday, day-to-day operations. Everybody says, oh, it's just a fire department. You're just there to respond to fire calls. We do so much more than that. We handle all types of emergencies. From fires, car accidents, you name. Pretty much, if nobody else wants to handle it, they call the fire department, and that goes for everything throughout the years. Trees down, flooded basements. We're there when somebody's having their worst day. We're there to try to help them through it, and that's the most important. And that's, I think, the most rewarding part is to help people. To get that thank you. And it could be the simplest call. I mean, there's so many calls I can count through that we've gone on, and you get the simplest thank you, and this probably means the world to you. But again, it's just running that department, making that effort happen.
Yeah. All right, folks. Check back tomorrow night as Chief Lechko continues leading the way into part 4 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next right here on WYLN TV.